I'm Chef Marina Mustafa, and today I want to teach you how to make egg tarts. When you make egg tarts, the pastry must be flaky, like a puff pastry, but not a real puff pastry. A puff pastry is like layers of butter, but with the egg tart, it has two types of pastry, which is the butter pastry and the water pastry, which we will layer, and that's how you get the flakiness. Okay, so we're going to start with the first pastry, which is the butter pastry. So when I do put the butter pastry, it's 2.5 cups of flour. Okay, and then 1 cup of salted butter. All right, put everything in. You can see how everything is combining. See how it's getting together. It's becoming more buttery because it's a butter pastry, so it's buttery and it's combining very well. Okay, so I'll just mix this further in. Okay, so the moment it is like this, means it's ready, right? Okay, so I'll just take this off. It'll be very, very tender. The butter will make the pastry very, very soft and tender. So I'm just going to put this in. It's very nice and soft. Right, so this will go in the fridge for half an hour. Now we're going to do the next pastry, which is the water pastry. You don't need to wash. 3 cups of plain flour, all right, and then 1 egg yolk. Okay, so we're going to close this, open the top, start the machine, and pour cold water from the fridge. If you don't have cold water, just room temperature, put some ice. It must be cold, right? So I'm going to on this slowly. Number 1, pour the water very gradually, slow stream. The moment it slows down and it becomes a bit clumpy, it means it's ready. So this is how it's supposed to look like. Sticky, and when you touch it, it becomes like, it combines together. So this also goes into the refrigerator for half an hour. Okay, the pastry has now rested for about 20 minutes. I'm just sprinkling some flour because it's a bit sticky. So this is the water. See how sticky it is. I'll just put this down, sprinkle a bit more flour at the top, and we'll get a rectangle shape. Let's push it down. Okay, try and get like a rectangle. Okay, that should be all right. Nice. So this is the butter one. So as you can see, it's more crumbly, so I'm just pressing it down. See, it breaks. Now, unlike the water one, this one is more crumbly. The whole idea is to get layers, so it'll be nice and flaky. So I'm just pressing it down, transfer some over here. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, we're going to fold it like an envelope. Like this. Fold it into 3. And then this goes over. So now we're already layering it. At this point, normally you should rest it 20 minutes and then roll it again. Same rectangle shape. Then fold it again. So now you're tucking in the pastry, and okay, if I'm going to try now, you can see that it is not very happy. It's not going to press down very easily. So time to rest it in the fridge. Normally a lot of people wrap it in plastic wrap, but I like it to put it in the Tupperware. I get this size Tupperware, a rectangle one, and then when I fold it, just sprinkle a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. Put it inside so we won't form a dry skin layer, and goes in the fridge. Another 20 minutes. 20 minutes is up, and you see when it comes out from the fridge, it's a bit hard because it's cold, right? So you will have difficulty pressing it out. Don't force it. You just do this. If you roll and press it, then you will disrupt the layering, which is what you don't want. So you just press a little bit. If it gets a bit sticky, little bit more flour. Not too much. Okay? Just press it down like this. So when it becomes a rectangle, fold it again. One folding, another one, just like that. And then rest in the container again, another 20 minutes. We're going to do this for 4 times in total. So from the first time that you fold, you just keep on doing it until it's the 4th time. So, done. Okay, this is, I have folded this 4 times. Now we're going to make the tarts. If it tears a little bit, don't worry, don't be upset. You can see the bubbles. That is when you get all the air and flakiness. See, when you've rested it, you'll be very happy and soft and easy to manage. And make sure they're all about the same thickness, right through. Okay, I have greased some tins which can come off. Can you see? I just press from the bottom and ta-da! Okay, come off. So that because the pastry is going to be very flaky and very delicate, so we need this in order to remove it and maintain the nice shape. You gotta have a ring. If you don't have a ring to cut, don't worry, just use your bowl to shape it, or any containers, even this one, you can just turn it upside down and just cut it. Can you see all the layers? Can you see the layers? Yeah, this is nice. Okay, so you just put this in. Sometimes you may not even get the right size, so you just press, because this is quite sharp at the ends. So I just press it like this and it will just come off. Okay, if it gets stuck, which it will, because you know the pastry is very tender, don't worry, just get a spatula or a knife. Okay, then next one, press down. Always make sure there's no air bubbles trapped in between the pastry and the tin. Okay, so just pull this out. Perfect. I always like to take the mold that's slightly bigger than the size, because you can remove it when it's bigger, but when it's smaller, then you have problems, it will shrink. Okay. So now I'm going to do the filling. We're going to break 4 eggs. The recipe is so easy. It's like 1/3 cup of castor sugar, 1/3 cup of milk, and 1/3 cup of cream. So here goes. You put in the sugar because you want it to dilute, and then you put in the milk, and then the cream. Done. Okay, I'm going to pour this in a jar because I find that it's much easier for me to pour it inside the tarts. Okay, so I'm gonna open my air fryer. I'm gonna on for about 20 minutes, 120. I'm gonna pour in the tarts until it's about almost to the brim, but not too high because it's egg, so it's gonna rise. Okay, so we're just gonna let it do its magic in there. Okay, our egg tarts are done and it looks really yummy, and the pastry looks so flaky. I'm just gonna give a little slice, and you can already see how flaky the pastry is. Can you see the layers of the pastry and how it's crumbly? It's very nice, really nice. If it wasn't so hot, I'll put the whole thing in my mouth. Please cook this at home. Get the eco pack. You can do your own egg tarts in your own home.